Hey yo, we have been waiting since chapter 1 for this promise to finally come to fruition, and we finally got to see the thing happen. We got to see the promise kept between Mina and Kafka this chapter of fighting together side by side against the strongest kaiju, whoever it may be. And I will be the first one to say that the payoff of this moment was absolutely worth it, dog. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care about the power of friendship trope being used here when Mina saved Kafka last second, because I think that people lie to themselves a lot of the time about not liking common tropes used. It's not the common tropes that we dislike. It's whenever they're executed poorly or lazily, and in my opinion, Naoya Matsumoto absolutely nailed Mina pulling up with a handgun and blasting away 9 to save Kafka last second, dog. And Kafka is reaching a point of no return in this series where we learn that the longer his body is transformed over into Kaiju number 8, the less chance that he has of being able to revert back into a human. So if that is the case, and Kafka can't transform back into a human because he has been number 8 for 30 plus minutes at this point, what happens after the war? And I think this could be our next arc, dog. The citizens are watching this fight happen right now between number 8 and number 9. And they already have so much fear instilled in them. Think about the people that saw the Kaiju number 6 attack happen and that huge cataclysm of a blizzard that came with it. Think about anybody that has had everything taken from them during this time that number 9 has started this war. Do you think that just because number 8 is protecting them, they won't fear number 8 once this war is over? They just know the sheer power that number 8 has. As a citizen, your first thought would be, yeah, number 8 may have protected us, but what happens when it doesn't want to anymore? These people are going to question everything. These citizens will question, why is the Defense Force using Kaiju without saying anything to the general public? They will start questioning the basic foundation of the Japan Defense Force. And we already think that they're sketchy, dog. Them and Izumo Tech. But before I get kidnapped by the Defense Force for figuring out these secrets, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's get into it. So chapter 108 starts off with Kaiju number 9 throwing a barrage of attacks at Kaiju number 8, and it shows us just how much stronger number 9 has gotten since absorbing number 2 and Isao. He has his short-range combat on lockdown because of the sheer attack power that Kaiju number 2 has, and he has his long-range attacks on lockdown because number 9 can literally launch parts of his body like bullets or like a shotgun blast. So it is very hard for Kafka to try to bob and weave and evade these attacks that number 9 is throwing at him, and 9 knows that, so he has everything on full attack mode right now and is not giving Kafka a moment's rest. Even as Kafka is reacting to defend himself, he starts using some more of these modified squadron style mixed with hoshina style techniques, and all number 9 is doing is getting hit by these attacks and immediately adapting and learning as he's getting hit by these attacks. And one thing that's crazy for me to see is how quickly he is learning now compared to how quickly he used to learn before. I think that him absorbing Isao really gave him a lot more intellect than what he already had, because we even saw that whenever 9 was fighting Narumi during the ant raid, he had to fight Narumi for a little bit to fully learn Narumi's profile, fully learn how Narumi was going to attack him. He is learning Kafka on the fly, on a whim. And that's wild, dog, for techniques that Kafka has been training for months to prepare himself against number 9 for. As he's fighting against them, Kafka immediately realizes, I can't keep showing him all my new moves because these are all my trump cards and he is learning them from one use each and every single time. And that's when Okanogi points out, and God bless Okanogi's soul, dog. She cares about all the Defense Force members the same way that we do as readers. But she points out that this is bad. Number 9 is gradually adapting to everything that Kaiju number 8 is doing. And Hoshina chimes in and says, not only that, it's been over 30 minutes since Kafka's transformed over to number 8. If we don't do something quickly, he won't be able to revert back to his human form. The one thing that Hoshina, Reno, Kikoru, none of them want. Especially Hoshina and Reno, bro. A lot of what they are doing is so that Kafka does not have to do this to himself, so that he can still try to be as human-like as possible. But even Kafka knows, I can't lose no matter what. All these other people are depending on me. Reno's been training all this time to try to protect me. Hoshina has trained me all this time to help me and protect me. I just need one shot at his core. And he bum rushes in towards number 9 and they just throw punches at each other, going muda, 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 muda. But on a real note, Kaiju number 9 finally lands a hit on Kafka's chest, which fully exposes his core. Number 9 walks up and says checkmate as he goes to break that core with his hand. And Kafka says, nah, not yet, number 9, because I've got the ultimate childhood friend. We see a gunshot come out of nowhere from the side. It decimates Kaiju number 9's arm away that was about to break Kafka's core. And the second shot comes in, completely launches number 9 away, bro. And we go over and see that Mina is off to the side in the background. And Kafka laughs a little bit and is like, dang, your shots really do pack a punch, bro. And Mina said, it's a good thing that you got me by your side. Come on. Come on, yo. I know I couldn't have been the only one that was gassed to see those exact words, bro. By your side. The thing that we have been waiting for since literally chapter 1 of this series, dog. And we're finally about to see it. Mina and Kafka, the promise that they made to each other as children, fighting together side by side against the strongest kaiju, which is number 9 mixed with number 8 or 2 right now. And I'll tell you what, they're gonna do a damn good job together, but I still think that there's still a little bit more up number 9's sleeve that he's not quite showing yet. 9 wouldn't be this confident about saying that there has been nothing that we have done to impress him if he didn't have a little bit more of a trump card up his sleeve. But my counter argument for that is, don't forget Narumi is still pulling up here. Don't forget the promise that Narumi and Kafka almost also made to each other. Narumi told Kafka that we were the only 2 that day that saw what happened to Isao. And we are the only 2 that can avenge him because we know what actually happened to Isao. Narumi will pull up here, and we are going to have 3 of the strongest members in the defense force to help against number 9, dog. So, honestly, after this chapter, I expect for this fight to continue for a lot longer than what I was originally planning. This fight seems like it's going to last for multiple chapters more to me, but we'll see what ends up happening. Regardless, I'm hyped. I don't really got no predictions other than we up, bro. We're about to beat Kaiju number 9 in the next 10-ish or so chapters, however many it may be. But I am going to specifically drop a video in the next couple of days that is going to be talking about Izumo Tech, bro. There was some anime-only content that got added into the episode last week of Haruichi talking to that chef during the celebration. And bro, that anime-only content left us with a lot of questions, but at the same time gave us some more directions that this series can go once we get past this war, because we have always thought that the Defense Force was sketchy. We have always thought that there's something weird with Izumo Tech. But hearing that chef tell Haruichi that he didn't know if he was ever going to get to see him again because of the interaction that he had with his father, that's kind of sketchy to me, bro. I'm just saying, like, what kind of interaction could you have with your pops that is so bad you don't think you're ever going to talk to him again? Or you're never going to see his son again? I don't know, yo. And that's what this video will be coming. So be on the lookout in the next couple of days. I'll be dropping that video about Izumo Tech, Izumo Sketch. And other than that, I will see y'all in a couple of weeks for another chapter review. If you watch this video, as always, arigato, and I will catch you soon. Peace.